Welcome to today's program. We welcome you all. We'll be engaging the Lagos State House of Assembly representing Olusola Constituency 1 in the person of Honorable Sokunle Hakeem. May we meet you, sir, for today's program. We welcome you all.
Okay.
I think he's having issues with his audio.
His audio? No, he should be able to unmute himself.
Okay, sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Please kindly unmute yourselves. Okay, fine. We are live now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we thank you for honoring our invitation, sir.
Let's give thanks and let's give thanks to Almighty God for spreading our life today.
Okay, sir. So, Oshodi Mature League has invited you today to speak with the good people of Olusola local government. And we at Oshodi Mature League, we are is a platform that specifically pushes for discussions about governance and providing solutions to our immediate and long-term challenges. Oshodi Mature League is for everyone living in Oshodi, irrespective of your tribe, culture, and political background. So, thank you once again for joining us on today's program. May we meet you, sir?
Well, but though you've introduced me before, but maybe you still want me to introduce myself. Honorable Olusola Hakeem is the name.
Yes, we'd like to know.
Okay, yeah, representing the Olusola Constituency 1, Lagos State House of Assembly.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, it's a pleasure. So,
thank you.
To the business of the day. So, what are the functions of a lawmaker, sir?
Is that the question? Hello?
Yes, sir. So we've proceeded. We have started.
Well, from the word lawmaker, the basic thing is to make law. The basic thing is to make law. To appropriate funds for the executive, to do oversight function, and work on the probably there's any resolution the House needs to work on. I think those are the major work of a legislator. Nothing more, nothing else. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So, as a lawmaker, what have you done to improve the well-being of the constituents you represent?
You just ask the functions of the lawmakers.
Yes.
But that shouldn't stop you from doing other things that you feel you can afford to do. The function of a lawmaker is to legislate on lawmaking, to do oversight function on the executive, to appropriate funds for the ministry or the executive. So those are the major work of the lawmaker.
Okay, so you've actually
we can still go extra mile to facilitate projects that will benefit the constituents. So that is the aspect I will need to touch. Those ones we've been able to facilitate so far.
Within Olusola local government.
Within Olusola local government.
Okay. So can you tell us some of the bills sponsored by you and the prospective bills you plan to sponsor?
Well, since you're supposed to even indicate the time frame. Is it 2015 to 2019? Or is it 2019 to date? Which one are you referring to? Or from 2019 to date? Because
since the inception of office,
I was then the chairman of committee on special duty. That was the time we handled the bill on fire service bill. That was the time we handled bill on swimming pool regulations. And I'm coming. It's been long a bit. So the next one would be being the chairman House Committee on Health. We've done law on the LASHMA, Lagos
Okay.
State Health Emergency Management. We've
Okay.
done bill. I'm turning please. Hold on,
Okay.
please. Hello. Ejo, let me call you. I'll call you back, please. Very quick. Ejo. Are we together?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, we've done bill on Lashma, on Epama, um, mental health bill. We've done that.
Okay.
Coronavirus bill. We've done that. The harmonized bill, the harmonized health bill. We've done that. Presently, we are working on DNA and forensic bill. Also, we
Okay.
are working on organ transplants, organs transplant bill, and many more, house resolution on health. So we've been able to do that. And as we speak now, we are thinking of harmonizing all the laws that has to do with health in Lagos State together. So by so doing, you can just pick up just a book and you have all our laws in Lagos State that has to do with health.
Okay. That sounds
So
fantastic.
presently, that's what we're doing now.
Okay. Well done, sir. Okay. On to the next
Sure.
question. Since being in office as a representative of
Are you the
Oshodi
only one that
Solo.
will ask question?
No, 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 no. I'll soon be handing over to my second moderator.
Okay.
Okay, since
Okay.
being in office as a representative of Oshodi Solo, constituency one, what have
Yeah.
you identified as the major challenges of legislative representation in Nigeria, particularly Lagos State?
So thank God you put particularly Lagos State. If you want me to talk on, if you want me to talk on that as a Nigeria as a whole, I might be a bit differ from what we are doing presently.
Mm,
I, mm, but National Assembly, they are trying. They are doing their best. The executive at the federal level, they are trying. They are doing their best. But we have issue in Nigeria. We have power issues. After power, it is power. After power, the next thing will see the power. Because by the time we get the power right, a lot of investment will come into the country. As we speak now, a lot of investment is moving out of the country. A lot of investment is moving out to the neighboring countries. But by the time we get power right, if power should be out of exclusive list, are we together?
Yes, we are together.
If power can be out of the exclusive list, you know, I think Nigeria will be a better place than what we have now. If Lagos State can generate power, Ogun State can generate power, or your state can do that, anybody can, you can work on your power, then there won't be too much stress at the center. But since power is on the exclusive list, there's nothing we can do. So if I am not putting this to the National Assembly, I don't know the way to put it now. I don't know if this thing will go viral, but at the same time, we need. You said this is for Oshodi, Abi? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, yes, we are there. We are.
The interview is for
This.
Oshodi. The interview is for Oshodi.
No. The discussion is brought down to Oshodi as well. It's not as if we are centering our discussion mainly on Oshodi, but the reason why we are
Okay.
narrowing our discussion down is because we are representing a particular constituency in Nigeria, which is from Oshodi. So everything we are discussing still brought down and centered within Oshodi Solo constituency 1.
Okay.
You understand?
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
I think my co-moderator lost our network. So before I think she's trying to get that. Okay, you're welcome on board, Brad.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome back.
Thank you very much, sir. So probably I should be handing over
You're
to
welcome.
my co-moderator, Comrade Olawale. Can take over.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We sincerely appreciate your time.
Comrade is also another member. Don't worry. I can understand.
In the making, sir.
Okay, and we're going to the second segment now, and we are going to allow few of mostly people that are on this platform with you now, sir. They are residents of Olusola constituency 1. They are resident of this constituency. So they may have we are going to allow just only 1 or 2 questions from them to you directly, and so that to know how people feel about your representation, and about how you're representing them in government. So the next question goes that, and we try, and to our audience, we try to encourage a lovely and a positive criticism. That is, we don't allow foul language to be used on our platform, because we are all citizens and respective persons within our community. So that's that.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, sir. So the question I want to ask is this: what is your take on empowerment of your constituency? What is your take? How many constituencies have you empowered within your stay in office? And what are other plans do you have do you have in stock towards empowering the youth and poverty alleviation? Can I come again, sir?
It's just 2 questions: empowerment and youth empowerment.
Yes.
Involvement of youth in the government. Yeah, don't worry.
Yes.
Youth involvement.
We just want to know, what plans do you have in stock towards youth empowerment and poverty alleviation? Because we understand within our community, this is increasing daily, and you spend, let's say, 4 years in office, if I'm right. More than 4
you're
years.
correct.
Okay, fine. So what are your plans towards that?
That's question number 1. What about number 2?
Okay, and number 2, let me just add it up to that. And there have been stories making around for over 2 years now that you, Honorable Sokunle, have been the one facilitating most of the roads projects executed by the state government within our constituency. Can you confirm or reject those stories? Can you confirm or reject those stories? Or tell us once that you actually facilitated with dates?
Road construction. Okay, number 3.
Can we go with that first so that we won't miss up?
Okay. Sorry, the other line is disturbing. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you very, very plenty. Thank you very, very plenty. My take on empowerment as a whole, as a section, we've done a lot. And we have a list of those people we've empowered. And there's nothing we can do that will be enough. We have more than enough people that will need the support of the government. We have more than enough people that really require the help of the government. But there's nothing we can do. We have limited funds. This is House of Assembly, not executive. This is legislative. So the little we can do, we've been doing it. But you want me to tell you something?
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
If I am the executive today, I would declare state of emergency on. Hold on, please. Please hold on. Give me just a minute. Okay. Who's there?
Okay, we are sorry for that and breaking transmission. And if you have any question you want to ask our honorable, you can quickly raise your hand. Just signal us, so I will give you a permission to do that. Okay, Honorable, you can unmute yourself back. No, I've muted you. You can unmute yourself back.
Okay.
Okay, you're welcome,
So,
sir.
if I have such power, I will declare state of emergency on employment. I will declare state of. You will ask me why and
Why is
how. Okay. If you ask me how, I will tell you this that anybody from the age of 50, from 50, if you are up to 50 in the civil service, they should retrench you, force you to retire. Do you understand? Age
okay?
50, that is state of emergency. Age 50, or if you are up to 20 years in service, they should force you to retire. You know why?
Why, sir?
Because I don't know why federal government or the state government or we will now be empowering the youth. Youth, as in the young school leavers, giving them money to go and start a business. How will it thrive? How will it work? Tell me how that will work. Don't you understand? By the time we have people in service, somebody that have worked for over 50, I mean over 30 years, and the age is above 50, if you give such people, if you empower such people, they understand the language of money. They will be able to do business that will bring out money. They have family already. They don't want to mess up with the money.
Sir,
Young graduates, let me land. I will tell
okay,
you.
sir. Okay, sir.
Young graduates should now be employed into the system. There will be vacancy, enough vacancy to accommodate all the young graduates. Let the young graduates learn how to use money. Let them understand the meaning of money. Let them work. Let them be in the system. The youth involvement is highly needed. By the time we declare state of emergency on employment, if we create enough vacuum into the system, then the youth will now have something to fall back on by engaging them into the system. Those ones, the outgoing ones, will now be given. You understand what I mean?
Understand.
You will not be given money, maybe kind of empowerment to start up business. Not the young school leaver. I because I'm only trying to look back. When after my service, somebody now gave me, let's say, 5 million or 10 million to start up a business. Do I really understand the definition of money then? Do I really know the kind of business I would do that with? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, I get your point.
if such money is being given to somebody that understands money, that has worked for 20 years or 30 years, that has been in the system for many, many years, you now ask such person to move out of the system and take certain amount of money as loan that will be paid back after a certain number of years. They will do justice with such money. They will do justice. And
So,
like young graduates,
are you suggesting or you are pushing forward that there should be
I said,
at the point of the,
if I have such power, what we are discussing is very, very difficult. It is not an easy thing at all. But if
okay,
such can be done, young school leavers will not be unemployed. A
okay,
lot of young school leavers will be in the system. A lot of us will be in the system. Just come around. Okay, you are in Oshodi. Just look
yes,
around. Move around, do around between 5 and 7. Look at the young, energetic, good-looking guys, ladies moving around. Not just young people, graduates that have nothing to do, that are doing not practically jobless. Tell me how NURTW will not try, things like
okay.
that.
Sir, since you have been in government for at least
Exactly.
4 or 5 years now,
Yeah.
and you have seen this as an issue as
Yeah.
as a member representing our constituency in Oshodi One.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what machineries or implementation have you put in place that, okay, since I've seen this, what can I do to salvage this situation on ground? On this empowerment. Now, empowerment, being employed does not mean such person is being empowered to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
But just put that person out at least a little ahead of being what being empowered. Do you what I'm saying now? Some people are being employed.
Don't mix it up.
Okay,
if you are employed, you are empowered.
If you are
employed, you are
it
empowered.
depends the category of the employment you give the person.
Category of empowerment is what you are empowerment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now,
okay,
what machineries have you put in place, making sure all the things you have listed now, you have seen it all, you notice that, okay, most of our young graduates roaming about in the evening, in some even sit in front of their house early hour in the morning doing nothing. And you've seen this for a good 4 or 5 years. What are the machineries that have been put in place? And what is your plan in engaging those youths, in engaging those youths that you have noticed within our constituency? What's your plan?
The first, at the beginning, the first thing we did was that we tried to, first of all, we concentrated the youth that are thinking of getting admission. After working on that, we gave JAM, we gave this, we gave them tutorials, just all in the name of making their jams. After that, we move ahead to empower, the artisans. The artisans, we've done that for quite some times. Then we now advance a bit. You understand? We advance a bit to, it now depends on what you studied in school. Like, as we speak, if we count it, we should still be able to count up to 100 plus that we've, secured job for under, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Transportation, and Ministry of Health. As we speak now, the employment is ongoing. It's ongoing under the Ministry of Health, and we've been asked to submit nothing less than about 140 something. They give us 140 something slots, and I think only we should add about 30 something out of it. You understand what I mean?
Sorry, Honorable. How do we know how things is being run in this country? There will be a tone, loyalists, my people, my family, my party member. How did people that are nobody within the community, do they gain advantage of these things?
Of course. In fact, I've not even tried to employ my people. I don't put my family into the system. They are not supposed to be the first beneficiary of what we are talking about. They are not.
Your party member,
party member, exactly. Since they will be the one that will do the shortlisting, they will, it will be out of the platform. I will send it to the constituency. The constituency director will need to send it to the platform. Through the platform, you will spread it out. You send it back. So all the lists received, we work on it all. Okay, all the lists we receive.
What I'm saying is this. That how will somebody that does not even know APC exists or PDP exists, they only see you that you are our representative in Lagos Assembly. How do they benefit?
One good thing. Exactly. One good thing about my system is this. I don't do things based on party alone. I don't do things based on party alone. If you can come to my office, I don't do things based on party. So after even sharing, Christmas gifts, whatever gifts we are doing, after giving it to the
we are sorry, I think.
Let us, do you understand? So that is that. On issue of road construction, we've done, I won't say we've done well, because we still need to do more. Yeah. Last year, we had nothing less than 15 roads last year. And this year, though they've not started doing anything, but I'm sure we'll have nothing less than about 10 roads this year in Oshodi. Road construction being facilitated by me. So I can give you, if I'm not,
Okay, you
had it
mean
been like, I would have, yes, I will
okay,
have
you
listed out
mean those roads that were constructed in Oshodi last year?
last year.
15 last
We
year,
had
15
more than 15, more than
constructed
15. Yes,
facilitated by you from the
I mean, yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay, that is good. And you are still assuring us that more are still coming this year.
And this year we should add not just more than 10 this year.
Okay, fine, sir. Thanks for having you around. And I think your network is for this one. I don't know. Can you hear me, sir?
Construction or road rehabilitation, I know they will do justice to that. So, on issue of roads, by the time you talk of Adeyemi, Oboloko, Badiri, by the time you talk of Agojaye, Adesanya, Sende Kaliso, Popola, many more like that, and many more.
Okay,
Might
sir.
not be able to live in there.
Okay, sir. Without wasting your time with us,
Yeah.
we are really enjoying your presence with us this afternoon. And I want to ask this, sir. Do you seek?
But you will still need to reschedule the interview.
Okay,
another
sir.
day when I'll be fully composed. I'm just coming from the airport anyway.
Okay. We are sorry for that. We do
but
that.
no problem.
Okay, sir. Okay. Do you seek another time in office? If yes, can you tell us why you think you deserve another time? If not, what other plans do you have for politics? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Yeah. You said.
I said, do you seek
You said
another
something
time?
now.
Yes, I said, do you seek another time in office? If yes, can you tell us why you think you deserve another time? If not, what other plans do you have for politics?
Well, the number of years spent makes you understand the system of legislation. The more you stay, the better your understanding. Our first tenure, we couldn't achieve much because we were learning then. But this second term, we've been able to achieve a lot. And by the time you understudy those people that have spent up to about 3 times, 4 times, you will see that they are the one in charge of the house. Because what? Because they have better understanding of the system. So if we seek for more, I think the better for us initially. Yeah.
No, personally, do you seek for more?
Personally, of course, yes. And very soon we'll soon flag up. Very, very soon.
Okay. How do you see Oshodi in the next 4 years?
Well, we've been able to transform. Oshodi, by the time you let people from outside talk about Oshodi now, they will tell you a lot of things has changed in Oshodi. The transformation is great. Look at what do you call it? The interchange is there. That was done in 2015 to 2019. We had to talk to the market people then around 2016 that they should give us a chance to do this, to do that. Though the place is still underutilized, but by the time you compare Oshodi then with the current Oshodi now, you will know that we have had serious transformation in Oshodi. And in 4 years' time, better transformation will still come to Oshodi. Highly optimistic on that. There's no story.
Okay, the last question, sir, before we allow our audience. Government should be a synergy between the upper house, the lower house, and the mayor in the local government, and the councillors in the wards. How were you able to build? Were you able to build that?
Mayor? Which one is mayor?
This the chairman of Olusola.
Okay, the chairman local government. Okay,
yes,
sorry.
yes.
Right.
I think I said government should be a synergy of people.
Synergy, yeah. Yes. Otherwise, we got stuck on the line. Yeah.
Yes. So now, how were you able?
That's correct.
Were you able to keep that relationship? And were you
I've been able to do what?
To keep that relationship. To keep that relationship. I think to work hand in hand with them. And were you able to transform that? Were you able to transform that in equipping the youth and education development? Like some of our schools within our local government need a lot of equipment. That's basically on education sectors now.
Equipment like what? Equipment. What kind of equipment?
Like, fine. The stock of their libraries, their writing materials, their facilities like the classrooms, like that. I can still count like that. So I think we need synergy from the up, middle, and the below. How were you able to do that?
Well, thank you. Let me just point this out. This is a simple fact. After hello,
I'm with you, sir.
Hello, after politics.
House of Assembly member should be Solon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you, sir.
There's a voice coming in.
Yes. I've muted the person. I'm with you.
Okay. After politics, the next thing is governance. Hello?
Hello, I'm with you.
After politics, the next thing is governance.
Yes.
I don't play politics with governance. They are two different things. During politics, we play politics. Once politics is over, the next thing is governance. So if you now inject politics into governance, there will be a problem. I don't discriminate. I don't have my people. I have our people. Do you understand? The House of Rep, who happen to be the head of all the political elected officer in Oshodi. It's a friend, it's a brother. Also, the council chairman, who happens to be the executive in charge of the constituency, is also a friend, a brother. So I don't key into the system whereby I won't be able to interact with A or interact with C while I will be B. The synergy, if politics to some extent will affect the relationship between myself and another elected officer, I will look for a way out, at least not to let people of Oshodi get affected with that system. So whatever, at times ego will set in, at times this will set in, but no matter what, we should be able to control it because we are not kids. We are not kids. It's all about governance now, not politics. So, and I'm putting it to you, and I'm saying it or her, that in Oshodi, as we speak today, I don't think we have any issue at all amongst all the elected officers in Oshodi. We work together, we have one voice, and just think of anything nice. Everything is still perfect as we speak. I don't pray we have issues in future, but presently as we talk now, everything is still in order. But Sokunle, I will never play governance with politics.
Okay. Thanks for hearing that. Comrade Konigbagbe. Comrade Konigbagbe.
Hello?
Hello, Comrade Konigbagbe.
Hello?
Hello, I'm with
Comrade
you.
Konigbagbe. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Hello, Comrade.
Okay.
I think he's having network issue. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
I'm trying to allow someone to ask you that question, sir, so I
Okay.
can end
Okay.
this discussion. Hello, Comrade Konigbagbe. All right. I think it's not there. Okay. Thank you, sir. And I think that's all we can take for today. So what words do you have? Your final words for your constituency and what should we be expecting from you? Hello, sir, Honorable.
Yes, yes, I'm with you. Yeah, you said something now. You said
I said
okay.
your final word for your constituency. Okay, somebody have a question. Come, sir. Comrade Amzat.
The line is breaking.
Comrade Amzat. You can unmute yourself, sir.
You mean myself?
No, not you, sir. Not you. Comrade Amzat.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, Honorable.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Comrade.
Yes. Well, I've been able to listen to the various responses given to the questions pushed forward. But in my own little understanding, like the last question the moderator posed before you, fine, you have said it all, and I want to attest to that there is, to an extent, synergy between everyone of you. But Oshodi is lagging behind. They are having a lot of challenges and problems in the area of education. For instance, someone said it's building structure for us. If you go to our primary school, as a chairman on health in the House of Assembly, most of our primary school are at the receiving end. They are receiving end that the pupils in the primary sector of the public schools here, they are really suffering. Look at the various network of Oshodi from Sokunle back to Mafoluku. None of these students are in enviable situation. If their toilet is not in order, their classrooms, there is no teacher, which I believe, as the Honorable, you should be able to use your good office to help us in this regard. That the pupils are just going there without teacher. Which I believe you will have used your good office to help us in this aspect. And in the area of first aid facilities, a lot of happens in the schools that in the area of first aid, as the chairman health, I believe you can.
First aid.
Even if I thought you cannot attend to primary and secondary, even if it's only the primary school, I believe they should enjoy your good office in this aspect. I am in the field. That is why I'm able to point out this. Are you with me, sir? So if you can move around our primary school, you will see our problem. Our pupils are at the receiving end. That is why many parents don't want to let their wards or children to go to the public primary school. Fine, they knew that at the secondary level they have matured, they can take care of themselves. Because the situation is not palatable. And the synergy, now, like the honorable for House of Rep is a medical doctor. You are the chairman on health. You are not seeing the impact. To be honest with you. To be honest with you. Fine, the health centers, the hospitals are there, but where the young growth are, the impact is not felt. I believe you can use your good office to help us address this area. You said it now, we'll be vying for second. If this can be looked into, we will so be glad to enjoy that. However, on the area of synergy you just said, A lot of areas still needs to be worked on, which will be of help to us. Let's consider what will benefit the masses at the grassroots, which you and every other persons are representing. Because Teba Shedada, that is when we, as a party member, as ordinary citizen in the community, and every other fellow, oh, this person, party differences, I love him, and we are going to stand by him. But if the needful is not done, we are only deceiving ourselves. So, in this aspect, like we saw your boss to convey the student, this is a welfare package or an educational scheme for the student. Where is the boss again? It's no longer in tune. The last time we saw the chairman, the package some, we are not seeing it again. Our students are suffering. And when they could not get to school, as at when due, that is where you are seeing all this pulling out, joining the bandwagons, and enough miscreants. One Muboka Akiri, they are joining courtesan. We are having unrest in the society, and it becomes a problem because I won't let my make use of tomorrow. And a time will come that we will not use them again. That is the enlightened minds that are going to make use of. If the enlightened society is not built, then what are you going to rely upon after leaving contests and join the main society that belongs to you and I? These are the area we felt we should be able to feel the impact of our own representatives. Let's look at Kako Arena in Mushi area there. You look at this side. Enough buses. If this one is going to give us bus, just one. How much can that bus navigate between Sokunle Ladipo to Mapoluku to Oshodi to inner area of the community? This is the only community that is very close to one another, that any provision that can be provided for us, we are going to enjoy it and the impact will be felt. But reverse is the case. In our own case here, Oshodi deserve more. God has blessed you. God has blessed every one of us to have people like you there. I believe, yes, you have tried in the area of roads. You still need more. And instead, we are going to get more. But remember, this is March. When are they going to start? In fact, the laudable one you did at that Domino side, they have suffered more than enough. And you have been able to attend to that. Kudos to you. But we need more. And the time is not there. So let us look into this. You are the one that will receive the glory. And whatever we do today will live after you.
Exactly.
So these are the area where I want to come in so that we'll be able to prepare our ground for the coming dispensation, because it's already at hand. We are all seeing the game as it's going on. But let's feel the impact. Let's feel the impact so that we know that we have representative. Yes.
Okay.
You can touch, leave earth. You can touch every aspect of our lives, and it will be there. God bless you, sir.
Bless you. Hello?
Thank you, Honorable. That's Otumba Amsat. Is one of the residents in Mafuluku ward. If I'm precisely. So, do you have anything to say, sir?
Let me just first of all, let me thank the last speaker. Yeah, he spoke well. I love that. It's not been biased. Kudos to him. But concerning the issue of primary school at the receiving end, primary school, but at the last statement, he said, leave us alone, touch other aspects. Maybe I will need to drop that because I wanted to say something before. So just to remind him that I am the chairman of Committee on Health, not on Education. If I want to visit at all, it will be on primary care centers in Oshodi. It won't be on schools in Oshodi because we have somebody started with such responsibility to visit all the primary schools in Lagos State, as I did to primary care centers in Lagos State. But that shouldn't be. We should be able to pay them a visit. But we have executive secretary. saddled with such responsibility to give us details of what is happening in all our primary schools. And it's supposed to relate. I don't know, but it is something I can still handle. I can call the ES. I can to know what is happening in all our primary schools. So getting information from him, I can as well call the council chairman to know why this is not being attended to, why this one is over attended to, or why this one is under attended to. So by so doing, I will not need to generate a report that I will submit to the House, which will be debated floor of the House. So that is not too much. That is not too much. On issue first aid. This is it is not something we should toy with. It is compulsory that all primary schools must have a first aid box in the school. But I will need to talk to the chairman house committee on education, primary education, to notify him of this. And in Oshodi, because it shouldn't be in Oshodi alone. We can't be doing it all in Oshodi. Once we notify him of this, maybe I will need to go there myself to see what is happening in all the primary school initiatives. That shouldn't be too much for me. It shouldn't be too much for me. I can do it. And I will soon do it. Under probably this month, I should be able to, have my reports on that. And if there's anything we need to do as regard giving them little help or assistance, I think I will do that as well. They mention of the bus. I know that singular bus is not. I know it's not enough. We bought two, and we've been having issue with the first one just from the beginning, from the session of that free ride operation. As we speak, we've changed the engine more than 3 or 4 times, but that is not the basic thing. We handed over it to the local government, but so what you and I understand, the person that was supposed to handle it in the local government is supposed to supervise the council on education, and as we speak till now, they've not done anything concerning the supervising council until now. So just last week we had to, get it back from them that maybe after the appointment of the supervising council on education, we will now return the bus back to the local government. But as we speak, last week we've tried to retrieve it. We've retrieved it back from the local government. So that the bus will commence operation very soon again. So by and large, the last speaker, Honorable Ogbebi,
No.
Honorable
has not even
Konigbagbe.
He has not even
Okay.
asked you. That was a comment. Amsat.
Amsat, okay.
Yes, Amsat, yes.
Sorry, comrade Amsat. So yeah, by and large, everything he mentioned so far is just everything centered on advice. Way forward. What can we do to improve Oshodi? And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. And comment Konigbagbe, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, and we have Honorable and Sokunle Hakeem in our midst this afternoon.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Good evening, Honorable.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Please, I just have one question. Can you please tell the whole constituency three things that you have done that make you an exemplary person from others that have occupied that office before? 3 good things that you can say, oh, this is what I've done that other people that were there did not do. That will say, oh, that have make me to be exceptionally person that represents us at the assembly. That's one.
Okay.
Then two. Then number two, I only have then number two. Do you believe in rule of law regarding to party, to any of the political party? Do you believe in rule of law? That's just the two questions.
Rule of law to what?
You do believe in rule of law generally?
Yeah, let me quickly answer that. Very well, I believe in it. So okay. I will now go to the first question.
Okay.
Comrade Koni, I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. I'm not trying to push the question back, but it will be very wrong of me to say that these are the three things that make me stand out of other honor members that has occupied the seat before. The judgment is supposed to be from the constituent, and they're supposed to be the one that's supposed to give the answer to such questions. But to what we've been able to do so far, I think in area of our main job in House of Assembly, we've been able to do justice to that, as in, working on, enough bills, and the issue of appropriation of funds when it comes to the ministry I oversee. I tried as much as possible to do justice to that. Whatever that is being taken by them, I make sure that I monitor it to letter, that it is being spent in accordance to what the money is given to them for. So understanding the work of the legislator is very key. You need to learn it, you need to understand it, and you need to do enough practical by doing your oversight function properly. And the third one that I will say would be the issue of role facilitation. We've been able to do that. The one we've done so far, the constraints will now be able to judge if it's enough to categorize one as being, stand out or not. But in fairness to other honor members, I don't think it's right for me to say that this particular thing need me to stand out, or this is a person. No. I don't think it's right. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I am very sorry, Honorable Nigawi. I don't think
so
it's right.
So if I may just summarize, that means everybody that have been to the assembly, they have worked as expected.
They have worked. The constituent will now say, no, the constituent will now say as expected. They have all worked. The constituent will now say, based on this, they have worked as expected. Based on this, you have not worked as expected. But if you continue to judge yourself,
okay, Honorable.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, yeah, Honorable. Lastly, sorry to take you back, Honorable. Now, some of the bills that you have worked on at the assembly, which is one of the core job of a legislature, is that. Please, can you highlight what has been the effect of those bills in your own constituency? I'm not talking generally now. Some of the bills you have, what have been the effect in your own constituency, and what have been the constituents been able to derive from those bills? You've worked on some bills.
Well, I am again. I'm sorry to say this again. Any bill at all that you work on because this is not a bylaw. This is a bill that is going to transform to law of the state. Any bill at all we work on will not be to the constituents of your own constituency alone. It will be something that will affect, that will have impact in all the people in Lagos State. So to some extent, it will have impact in people of Oshodi. To some extent, it will have impact in people of Agege or Kushofe or Akapa. And it might be something that will affect, that will have impact in the lives of everybody in the state. So, but the mental bill, the mental bill, that's that has to do with people with abnormal brain states of operation. The deal spell it out the way and manner such person should be handled, the way and manner such person should be treated, and the kind of attention that should be given to them, the rights they have, fine on anybody that violates the law. If you do anything contrary to what the the person suffering from the bill, I mean, suffering from that's having mental health issue, they have rights. Everything is
Okay,
being spelled
okay.
out. Yeah.
I got to the honor. I got you, honorable. You've done a good job. Can you please like how many bills? I guess you spend like 6 years at the assembly,
Yeah.
right? Either 6 or
Yeah.
7 years at the assembly. Can you
Yeah.
please tell us the number of bills? Just the number of bills that you have been the one that sponsored or you co-sponsor.
2015, 2019, that's gestation period when we're still learning. I think we have three. We have
Okay,
three, 2015 to 2019. 2019 till date, as we speak now, I think we've gotten about 6.
Has any of those bills been passed into law, or has it been
Yeah,
passed the third
four to
reading?
law. Four to law. Four to law. 2
Okay.
still at the third reading. About moving to the third reading, we've done the public hearing. The remaining 2 will be the DNA and forensic bill and organs transplants.
Yes.
We are working on surrogate law 2023 as I speak.
Okay.
So that is what I'm working on now, on surrogate.
Okay. So it shall continue to be well. I wish you all the best in everything you are doing. So
thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, thank you, comrade.
Hello, comrade.
Yes, are you with me? Are you talking to me?
Okay. Hello.
Okay, sir. Hello. Okay,
Okay.
I'll see you. Thank you.
All right.
That Comrade Kuniwe, thank you. Please.
Okay,
I think Comrade Onibagbe, is that the real name? The nickname?
Well, Honorable Sokunle, well, that's not a nickname. That's my name. I think maybe I work behind the scene. So ask anybody that is Konibagbe in Oshodi. I think 1 or 2 people should be able to tell you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, before you go, we are going to allow this person to comment Alaba. We have just 1 minute to do that because we have taken much vulnerable time.
No. Don't cut anybody short. Let them ask whatever question they want to ask. So I think it's very, very appropriate for them to exercise their own right.
Okay, sir. And Comrade Alaba, you have the floor. Alaba Ogule.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, very well. Loud.
Okay. Good afternoon, Honorable.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. I need to say, first to the moderator, you guys are doing a very good job, and to the honorable member, I'm highly impressed so far with your responses to most of the questions. But sir, just a little advice. I can see you straining your straining your brain to bring out most of these things often. You can have most of these things jotted out, especially number of bills and that you've been able to sponsor and go to third reading and so on. I can see you straining your head.
I don't know what the question was based on. When they called me, they only asked me that they only said they'll be having an interview with me, that it's going to be so date. I said no problem. And coming from the airport, I'm just coming from Abuja. So he called me while I was moving.
Thank you very much.
I said, okay, let's do it now. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Because this can always be handy. Yes, sir. Then,
All right.
yes, sir. One other thing, sir.
All right,
Um,
sir.
without noticing it, especially when it comes to the legislature,
Okay, sir.
easily we are shying away from, I mean, the populace now and the voters are really shying away from the real duty of legislatures. They are
Mm.
asking more for stomach infrastructures and what the legislatures are bringing down to the voters, especially from your core duties, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
facilitating roads and gutters are not really meant to be the core duties of a
Exactly.
legislature.
Exactly.
But in the situation whereby we find ourselves, people will ask you more of what you brought to them in terms of stomach infrastructure and road rehabilitation bills you sponsored in the house.
Exactly.
Without us knowing it, sir. It's high time we try to educate populace more, especially when it comes to the issue of the legislature and the councillors at the local level. Because in a situation whereby a councillor will now being asked to come and facilitate a road, and these things you people are bringing that because of how you are trying to help as a legislature, sir, by going to the um, executive to lobby and get road facilitated in your constituent. They are now trying to domesticate that even in the local government by asking councillors to go and do roads in their locality, which is an impossibility for any councillor to do. And we need to really educate, especially our voters, that the core duties of a legislature is to promulgate and make laws. And it's just the duty of the executive to execute such laws. But in this whereby you find yourself doing a by role of trying to facilitate that's the duty of the executive, and now we are now even trying to let people see us as I mean the legislature now as if they are the one doing it. Yeah, we are now, that is eroding the actual fact from the brain of
Exactly.
voters and the populace that the major role of a legislature is supposed to be that's laws promulgation and bill sponsoring in the house, rather than asking for what are you bringing onto the table. I'm not expecting you to come here now, but it's just where we find ourselves. You talk more of the role you facilitated, and that you at a point you have to crack your brain to talk more of the laws you've promulgated in the house, which is the core duty of the legislator. I'm sure it wasn't what you prepared for. You are not prepared for the laws, not for that facilitating most of these things. But in order for a legislator to be popular and still relevant in his or her constituent, you must be able to go and lobby the executive, which is far out of your core duties. But it's a shame,
Exactly.
and it's where we find ourselves. But now, especially to that's the leading and the flag bearer, that's the torch bearer of legislation in Nigeria, which is the Lagos State Assembly. They should do more of educating the populace, that they should see more, that they should ask their uh, representative in the house more of the laws they were able to promulgate, rather than the so much infrastructure they are able. Before we know it, we'll later end up having that less that people will not be able to promulgate law for us, but who will be able to dash out and out, give out, go to go out cap a hand to the executive, begging and lobbying for um roads and what have you, to show, rather than them coming to show us more of the law they are able to promulgate. This you can embed that into our laws too, and by educating the populace that they need to know that the core duty of a legislature is to promulgate laws, and that's help that's ameliorate the laws we have in our community, rather than what they stand to get from the executive coming to the populace. That's just this little advice I have this afternoon. I must
Thank
commend you
you.
for all what you've been doing so far. You are a proud
Mhm.
to, I'll say you are proud to the youth. I want to call you that. You are not a youth by age, by that's in mind and every other thing. You are a youth, and I'm proud of you, Honorable Sokunle. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, and having said that, and I think
Hello.
everything.
Hello. Comrade, please, just a minute. I just want to point out one or two things on what the last speakers has just said.
Okay.
Now, what the last speaker has just said now is relating that situation to what is happening at the local government level. At the state level or at the federal level is a little bit more different. The legislators are being appointed or elected to make law, but at the same time, they are supposed to facilitate some projects, because before a state can make their budget in a year, they will ask the inputs of the legislators in the budget. So it's quite different from what we have at the local government. At the local government, is at the mercy, anything that the councillor wants to do is at the mercy of the chairman, which is a little bit different from what we have at the state. So I just want to try to correct that impression on what the last speaker has just said. The legislator at the state level is to make law for the state, but at the same time to facilitate some projects in his constituency, because in making a budget at the state level, the legislator will be asked to have an input in it, which I believe he can do some lobby here and there, maybe through some government agencies or through some parastatals, to make sure that they implement that policy, that project in his constituency. That is what I just want to add in that place.
Okay. Thank you, Comrade Konibagbe. I think everything still boils back to political education, and I think that should be part of the bills that needs to be pushed forward by our honorable in the House. Political education of electorate and the masses at large to understand even your office, your roles. If you are sharing biro, you're just doing that. It's an oversight function. It's not your primary core. They need to understand that. But if you choose that you want to pass 10 bills and you're not sharing rice and biro for them, they'll say, Sokunle has not done anything for us, because they don't understand that office itself. So there's need for us to have a political education on the masses at large. So we thank you for everything you have done, and we appreciate your time. I'm going to invite Comrade Afsat so I can hand up this section. As you've promised that we're going to have another session with you when you'll be more prepared for us. We appreciate your time for even the one you did today. You really tried. Thank you, sir. Comrade Afsat.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, please. Our special guest in the house, Honorable Sokunle, we thank you, sir, for honoring. We called and you honored us. We especially thank you for today, for taking time out of your very busy schedule to be here with us. And also our sincere gratitude to everyone for sharing your contributions on today's program. It shows that we could thrive in an environment that is full of people who care about development of Olusola. So once again, thank you everyone. Yes, sir. Okay, so kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, Oshodi Mature League, for updates. Thank you so much.
Thank you.